Greetings, God bless you. Obstacles are things that impede or block our way. And if we are going to overcome the obstacles that stand in the way of our predestined purpose, we need to be aware and identify those obstacles. Psalms 78 9 to 11. The warriors of Ephraim, though armed with bows, turned their backs and fled on the day of battle. They did not keep God's covenant and refused to live by his instructions. They forgot what he had done, the great wonders he had shown them. Ephraim was well armed, but yet they ran away. And interesting enough, the obstacle was not what stood in front of them that caused them to run away, though that was an obstacle. The obstacle was internal. They refused to follow God's principles and precepts. They turned away from the true and the living God. And because they did that, they were not able to stand in battle. Fear came in because they shut out God. And God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and soundness of mind. And if we are going to operate in that power, love, and soundness of mind, we need to obey God's principles and precepts. We need to read his word, study his word, meditate on his word, live his word, share his word with others. We need to remember and recall all the wonderful things that God has done for us. And in doing so, we would be able to stand against those external obstacles. But first, we must identify the internal obstacles, the choices that we make when we choose to turn away from God, when we choose to disobey Him, when we choose to rebel. That is the obstacle that prevented Ephraim from being able to stand in battle, that caused them to run away. In Isaiah 1:19 to 20, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good of the land. But if you refuse and rebel, you shall be devoured by the sword. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. God has given us a choice, and He has done tremendous things in our lives. Choose to be willing and obedient, and stand in the day of battle and fulfill your predestined purpose. God bless you.